Hello guys, welcome to Ameyawtv. And for the very first time, I decided to do a one-on-one interview myself. And of course, I decided to do it because I've known Trig for a very long time. And if he's coming to our studio, I felt like I should do it. So the guys are jealous in the studio, but hey, I'm doing myself. Trig, you are celebrating 10 years in radio, but it's not just radio, it's also music.
It's music, yeah.
Music as well.
Yeah, music as
Tell us, how did it start for you?
Thank you. And Charlie, I like your stuff.
Yeah, trying.
It started, quite rough. I wasn't thinking of radio at all, or media at all. I mean, I really was focusing on my music. I just wanted to do the music, but it was tough. So I needed to do all other things, and I happened to be a writer. So I was writing for Sparks magazine some 10 years ago.
For Lumor.
For Lumor and his guys. And Lumor was my junior in school, so when he reached out to me that, since you do music, well, you can write the stories. I said, yeah, why not? And before that, I used to write little things like poems and stuff. So then I said I took the job because I had a hustler mentality, and we got a recorder. And then I started doing the recordings with people. So I'm pretty much doing what you're doing with me. When I record, then I write the story late at night, and in the morning I give it to them. We published, the first one came out. It wasn't too good. And then we took it like a sample. So then we decided to scrap that, and we started the first issue again. And then when we did that, that really worked. So it was on selling the second issue, I think it was Miss Malaika. That I met Akosia Boating, who had just come into Ghana, and she said, I hope you have interesting content in the book. I said, yes, we do. You should try it. It's good. And I was yobbing, and she's like, oh yeah, I like your voice. I like the way you sound. Have you tried radio before? I said, oh yes, I've tried radio, but I mean that wasn't really the case because I had gone on radio before, so I assumed I could do the radio thing. And she said, meet me on a Friday. I used to live in Medina then. So it was just one day. I took a bus going to Circle so I can walk from Circle to Flamingo. And then I stopped at Nima Junction. And then I said, let me check our vibe. Let me just go there. Because this woman said she works there. And when I went, I got into a fight with one of their marketing guys because he wouldn't allow me to go in. And during the fight, Jeremy came out. And then Jeremy was like, oh, please, you don't know him. He does freestyle in town. Like I was very underground, but I was very loud. Like I'll come to your house and battle with you and go, So Jeremy knew me, and then she calmed everything. And Akusa came out and said, Jeremy's graduating the Saturday. Can you sit in for her? And I said yes, and that's how it started. And ever since then, later they decided to make me a co-host. So we hosted one show for 2 years. Without pay, but I was still doing my music. I was doing rap battles, lyrical hype, lyrics lounge. Bless the Mic started. I was still doing Bless the Mic. I was following a lot of artists. I served under a lot of them. I was doing backup vocals for some of the artists. Then I started being a hype man for Tiny. Whom I met during one of the interviews for Sparks. What I used to do was that I put my CDs in a bag. When I meet you and you're a musician, I give you a CD. And I said, listen to it and then hit me up. There was, call cards wasn't a thing. We're not thinking about that. Social media wasn't so big then. So, you give your CD and your number is on it. You hope that they call you one day. I met Two-Face. I met so many people. Blue 3 from Uganda. Jane and Irene had just won the contest then. So many other people. And the thing with me also is that I don't hide. Like, I make sure I take the spot all the time. And we've been able to sail through to this time.
Great.
Yeah.
So already things you didn't know. He used to write for a magazine. He's a fighter. So those of you who think he's too gentle to fight, you never know.